Right now, in this very moment, I want you to pause and take a deep breath. Inhale the truth that abundance already lives within you, and exhale every belief that says you're lacking something. You are not waiting to become a multi-millionaire. You are simply remembering that you already are. The wealth you seek is not outside of you. It's an energy that flows through your thoughts, your emotions, and your vibration. The universe is not withholding anything from you. It's waiting for you to align with the frequency of wealth, to feel rich, safe, and fulfilled right now before the evidence shows up. Every great creation, every fortune, every breakthrough began not in the hands, but in the mind. Abundance is not something that suddenly appears in your life. It is something that you grow into through your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs. The truth is, everything begins as energy, and your mind is the channel through which that energy becomes formed. When you understand that your outer world is simply a reflection of your inner world, you begin to take full responsibility for the quality of thoughts you entertain every day. When you constantly focus on lack, fear, or doubt, you create resistance to the natural flow of abundance that is trying to reach you. The universe responds to the vibration you give off, not your words, not your effort, but your energy. You may say you want wealth, but if deep down you believe you're not worthy, if you carry guilt about having money, or if you associate wealth with greed or struggle, those hidden beliefs will block your ability to receive. The mind is powerful. It is either your greatest ally or your biggest limitation. Abundance begins when you choose to shift your inner conversation. It starts when you gently release the thought, "I can't afford this," and replace it with, "The money I need is already on its way." It begins when you stop saying, "I'm broke," and start affirming, "I am open to receiving wealth in expected and unexpected ways." These aren't just positive phrases. They are commands to the universe, signals to your subconscious that you are ready to receive. Your mind is like fertile soil. Every thought is a seed, and whatever you plant consistently will eventually bloom in your reality. If you plant seeds of worry, you'll harvest stress. If you plant seeds of gratitude and abundance, you'll harvest prosperity and joy. The soil doesn't judge the seed. It simply grows what you plant. So begin planting new seeds today. Speak life over your finances. Think thoughts that uplift and expand your energy. Feel the emotions of wealth before the evidence appears. Most people wait to see abundance before they feel abundant, but the law of the universe works in reverse. You must first feel it before you see it. That's why imagination is so powerful. When you visualize yourself living in abundance, paying your bills with ease, giving freely, enjoying the comfort of financial freedom, your subconscious accepts that image as truth. It begins to align every part of your being to bring that picture to life. The universe responds to a confident, expectant mind. Every time you think a thought of abundance, you are tuning into the frequency of wealth. It's like tuning a radio. If you want to hear a song playing on 99.9 FM, you can't stay on 88.3 and hope it appears. You must match the frequency. In the same way, you must match the emotional frequency of abundance to attract it. When your inner vibration says, "I am prosperous," the universe mirrors that back to you. To cultivate this mindset, start with small moments of awareness. Each time you spend money, bless it as it leaves your hands. Say to yourself, "Money flows from me and back to me in endless cycles of increase." Each time you receive even the smallest amount, express gratitude, not only for what came in, but for the flow itself. Gratitude multiplies whatever it touches. Your thoughts are energy waves that travel far beyond your physical presence. They create patterns that the universe reads as instructions. If you want more abundance, give the universe a clear, confident signal. Think rich thoughts. Speak abundance into your day. Expect miracles. The more you train your mind to see wealth everywhere, in nature, in opportunities, in creativity, in love, the more that vibration dominates your reality. Abundance truly begins in the mind. It is not something you chase. It's something you remember. It has always been within you, waiting for you to awaken to it. When your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs align with prosperity, the universe has no choice but to deliver what matches your vibration. So choose thoughts that make you feel abundant now. Feel rich in gratitude, wealthy in peace, and prosperous in love. And soon, your outer world will mirror the richness you've cultivated within. Before anything appears in your life, it first exists as energy. Every dream, every desire, every manifestation begins as a vibration. You attract what matches the frequency of your emotions, not what you simply wish for. This is why it's so important to feel the frequency of what you want before you ever see it. The universe doesn't respond to words. It responds to energy, to the emotion you carry, to the vibration that lives inside your thoughts. When you learn to feel rich before you have money, to feel love before the relationship appears, to feel peaceful before the problem is solved, you begin to live as the creator of your reality, not as a reactor to it. The moment you decide to embody the energy of your desire, everything begins to shift. The outside world might not change instantly, but the inner world starts to vibrate differently. When you feel abundant, confident, and open to receiving, you begin aligning with opportunities, people, and situations that match that feeling. The frequency of abundance is gratitude, peace, and joy. The frequency of lack is worry, doubt, and fear. Every moment you are tuning yourself to one of these frequencies through what you feel. Think about a time when you were in love, truly and deeply in love. Even before the person said, "I love you," you could feel it. Your body, your energy, your presence all vibrated with love. That feeling magnetized more of it into your experience. The same is true with abundance. You must feel rich before wealth arrives. You must feel safe before the evidence of safety appears. It is never the other way around. The feeling always comes first, and the form always follows. When you visualize your dream life, don't just see it, feel it. Feel the air around you in your new home. Feel the weight of the keys in your hand. Feel the softness of the sheets on your dream bed. Feel the joy of paying your bills easily, the warmth of helping others, the peace of knowing that everything is always taken care of. When you immerse yourself in these emotions, you are broadcasting a signal of certainty to the universe. You are saying, "This is already mine. I am living it now." Your subconscious mind does not know the difference between what is real and what is vividly imagined. When you repeatedly feel the emotions of already having what you desire, your mind begins to accept that state as your new normal. From there, it reprograms your thoughts, decisions, and actions to align with that version of you. You start making choices that reflect abundance instead of lack, and life begins to mirror it back. There's a quiet power in believing without seeing. It's an act of faith, a deep trust that the unseen is more real than what appears before your eyes. Most people wait until their outer world changes before they allow themselves to feel good, but that's backward. You must feel good first, and then your outer world will change to match your vibration. The universe is like a mirror. It reflects what you hold inside. If you want to see beauty, you must hold beauty within. If you want to see wealth, you must feel wealthy now. Each day, take a few moments to tune your energy. Close your eyes, place your hand over your heart, and breathe in the feeling of abundance. Feel joy bubbling up within you. Feel appreciation for the blessings you already have. Feel the excitement of knowing that everything you desire is already on its way. Hold that vibration for as long as you can. It's not about forcing it. It's about remembering that this feeling is your natural state. You were born to feel abundant, to feel love, to feel peace. The more you feel the frequency of your desires, the faster the universe rearranges itself to bring them to you. You are a powerful transmitter of energy, and your feelings are the signal you send. When your heart vibrates with gratitude, joy, and certainty, nothing can block your manifestation. You don't need to see it to believe it. You only need to believe it to see it. Feel it now, live in that vibration, and let the universe do the rest. Lack is not something that exists outside of you. It is an inner feeling, a vibration of separation from what you desire. It is the thought that says, I don't have enough, or I'm not enough. And every time you repeat those words, consciously or not, you send a message to the universe that you wish to experience more of that same limitation. The truth is, abundance is your natural state. The universe is infinitely generous, but it can only deliver to you what you believe you deserve to receive. When you release the energy of lack, you return to harmony with the infinite flow of prosperity that has always been waiting for you. The energy of lack often hides behind fear, worry, and overthinking. It shows up when you doubt that things will work out, when you feel anxious about your bills, or when you compare your journey to someone else's. These emotions are signals. They are not punishments, but gentle reminders that you are focusing on absence rather than possibility. Lack says, there isn't enough for me, while abundance whispers, there is more than enough for everyone. You can feel the difference between these two states. Lack contracts your energy, abundance expands it. Lack closes your heart, abundance opens it wide. The first step in releasing lack is to become aware of it. Listen to the stories you tell yourself every day. How often do you say, I can't afford that? It's too hard. Or things never work out for me. Each of these statements carries a vibration that blocks the flow of prosperity. You can't invite abundance while speaking the language of limitation. Start changing your inner dialogue. Replace, I can't afford it, with, I'm choosing not to spend on that right now, but more is always coming. Replace, it's too hard, with, I'm learning how to make it easy. Your words are spells, and every time you speak, you are shaping your reality. Releasing the energy of lack also means letting go of the belief that you must struggle to deserve abundance. You do not have to prove your worth through suffering or exhaustion. Money, love, and success are not rewards for effort. They are reflections of alignment. The more you relax into the feeling that you are already taken care of, the easier it becomes for abundance to flow into your experience. Ease and flow are natural to those who trust the process of life. Struggle belongs to those who fear that they are alone. You can begin to shift your energy right now. Every time you feel lack, choose gratitude instead. When you pay a bill, bless it with love. Say, thank you, universe, for this opportunity to circulate energy. I know this money will return to me multiplied. When you see someone succeed, celebrate them instead of feeling jealous. Their success is proof that abundance is real and available to all. The more you bless what others have, the more you attract blessings of your own. Another way to release lack is to focus on what you already have. Look around your life and notice every little thing that brings you comfort. The roof over your head, the food you eat, the warmth of the sun, the breath that sustains you. Feel deep appreciation for these gifts. Gratitude transforms scarcity into sufficiency. When you truly feel grateful, you are saying to the universe, I am already abundant. And that energy draws more abundance toward you. The energy of lack cannot exist in the same space as faith. The moment you trust that the universe always provides, lack loses its power over you. You stop chasing, begging, and worrying, and instead you begin to allow. You open your hands and your heart to receive. You let life surprise you with its generosity. The truth is, there was never a shortage of money, love, or opportunities. There was only a shortage of belief. So release the energy of lack. Release the fear that you will be left behind. Release the old story that says you must do more, be more, or have more before you are worthy. You are already worthy. You are already connected to an infinite supply of goodness. When you remember that, when you feel that truth in your bones, everything begins to flow again. The universe responds instantly to your freedom, and what once felt missing will start showing up effortlessly. Because you no longer vibrate with need, but with knowing. Gratitude is the golden key that unlocks the doors of abundance. It is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. When you live in a constant state of appreciation, you tune your energy to the frequency of wealth and open the flow of prosperity in your life. Gratitude shifts your focus from what is missing to what is already present. And the moment you do that, you tell the universe, I am ready for more. The energy of gratitude expands everything it touches. Whatever you bless with thankfulness grows, whether it's love, opportunities, or money. We often think that we will feel grateful after we become successful, after we receive the promotion, after the dream home appears, after the money comes in. But gratitude doesn't wait for the outcome. It creates it. You don't feel grateful because life is perfect. You feel grateful so that life can become perfect. Every emotion carries a vibration, and gratitude is one of the highest vibrations in the universe. It dissolves fear, doubt, and scarcity, and it magnetizes everything that aligns with abundance. When you wake up each day with a thankful heart, you begin to see that wealth is already surrounding you in countless forms. Every breath you take, every sip of water, every sunrise is abundance expressing itself through you. When you notice and appreciate the small gifts of life, you begin to feel rich in ways that money alone can never provide. That inner richness is the foundation upon which material wealth is built. A person who feels poor inside will struggle to hold wealth even when it arrives, but a person who feels abundant within will attract and multiply it effortlessly. Gratitude creates that inner abundance. It changes the way you see, feel, and receive life. When you express gratitude for the money you already have, no matter how little, you activate the law of increase. The universe reads your gratitude as a signal that you are capable of handling more. Imagine someone giving you a small gift and you respond with genuine joy and appreciation. Wouldn't that person want to give you more? The universe works the same way. When you bless every dollar that enters your life, when you smile and say, thank you for this and thank you for what is on its way, you expand your capacity to receive. Start making gratitude a daily practice. Each morning, Before you reach for your phone or think about your to-do list, pause and list 3 things you're thankful for. Feel the emotion of that appreciation in your heart. It doesn't matter how simple they are. The more you feel it, the stronger your magnetic field becomes. You might say, I'm grateful for this warm bed, for the roof over my head, for the food that nourishes me. These acknowledgments might seem small, but energetically, they are powerful statements of abundance. Throughout your day, find opportunities to give thanks for the flow of money in your life. When you pay a bill, instead of feeling frustration, whisper, thank you for this service that supports me. I bless this money as it circulates and returns to me multiplied. When you receive money, whether it's a paycheck, a gift, or even a discount, say, thank you, universe, for showing me that I am always provided for. Gratitude keeps your energy open and fluid, allowing wealth to move freely in and out of your life. Gratitude also transforms comparison into celebration. Instead of feeling envy when you see others prosper, use their success as a reminder that abundance is possible for you too. Bless their success, affirm that there is enough for everyone, and watch how your energy shifts from resistance to inspiration. The more you celebrate abundance in the world, the more the universe celebrates it through you. Wealth is not just money. It's a state of consciousness. It's the feeling of safety, ease, and joy in the present moment. Gratitude anchors you into that state. When you're grateful, you are no longer chasing abundance. You are living in it. And from that vibration, more wealth naturally finds its way to you. So practice gratitude daily. Let it become your constant companion. Be thankful for what you have, for what you once had, and for what is yet to come. The more you thank life, the more life thanks you back with abundance beyond measure. Gratitude doesn't just attract wealth. It transforms you into the kind of person who lives in harmony with it. Wealth is not something you stumble upon. It is something you embody. The moment you begin to live as the wealthy version of yourself, you start to shift your entire vibration. The universe responds to who you are being, not what you are wishing for. So if you desire wealth, you must begin to think, feel, and act like someone who already has it. This is not about pretending or faking success. It's about aligning with the energy of abundance that already exists within you. You are not becoming rich. You are remembering the part of you that has always been rich in spirit, creativity, and potential. The wealthy version of you doesn't live in fear of lack. They wake up with gratitude, move through the day with confidence, and rest at night knowing that everything is unfolding perfectly. This version of you doesn't chase or beg, they attract and allow. They don't wait for the bank account to change before they feel secure. They feel secure now because they trust that life always provides. The wealthy version of you operates from faith, not from fear. When you start living as this version of yourself, you begin to notice subtle shifts in your energy and your environment. You make different choices. You carry yourself with more grace. You stop buying things to impress others and start investing in what truly expands your soul. You start speaking differently, not with desperation, but with calm assurance. You no longer say, I can't afford it. Instead, you say, I'll find a way because I always do. That is the mindset of wealth. The wealthy version of you values time, peace, and self-respect. They know that energy is their most valuable currency. Instead of giving their power away to worry or gossip, they focus their attention on creation and gratitude. They understand that wealth flows to those who are aligned not to those who are anxious. Living as this version means walking with quiet confidence, even when circumstances haven't yet caught up. You trust that the physical reality will reflect your inner wealth in divine timing. To live as the wealthy version of yourself, you must begin to make decisions from abundance, not fear. Ask yourself, what would the abundant me do right now? Maybe the answer is to give generously, to invest in yourself, or to rest instead of pushing harder. Wealthy people make choices from a place of confidence in their future, not from panic about their present. When you start making even small decisions from abundance, you send a message to the universe that you are ready to handle more. Your environment is also a reflection of your inner world. The wealthy version of you keeps things clean, organized, and beautiful, not to impress others, but because they understand that abundance thrives in order and clarity. Treat your home like a palace, no matter how big or small it is. Bless your belongings with love. Use what you have with care and respect. When you act like you already live in abundance, life responds by giving you more to be abundant about. Living as the wealthy version of yourself also means changing your emotional posture. Instead of reacting to setbacks with frustration, you respond with calm faith. You say, I know this is guiding me towards something better. You don't measure wealth only in dollars. You see it in opportunities, health, peace, and joy. You begin to realize that real wealth is not stored in banks. It is stored in your consciousness. The richer your inner world becomes, the more your outer world expands. Every day, remind yourself that wealth is a state of being. It's not about how much you have, but how deeply you trust in your own worthiness to receive. Speak as though abundance is already yours. Move through the world with the grace and certainty of someone who knows that life supports them completely. Feel wealthy in your thoughts, words, and actions. The more you embody this version of yourself, the faster your reality begins to match it. You are not waiting for wealth to arrive. Wealth is waiting for you to align. Live as the version of yourself who already has everything they desire. Think richly, speak richly, act richly, and love richly. Soon, your outer life will become a mirror of the richness you've cultivated within. There is a rhythm to life, a sacred order that moves beneath everything you see and experience. Just as the sun rises and sets without your effort, so too are your desires being arranged in perfect harmony, guided by a wisdom far greater than your mind can comprehend. Trusting divine timing means surrendering the need to control every detail, and learning to rest in the knowing that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. You are never late, and nothing that belongs to you will ever miss you. The universe does not operate on your schedule. It moves according to divine order, and that order is always in your favor. When things don't happen as quickly as you want, your ego begins to panic. It says, why isn't it here yet? What am I doing wrong? But there is nothing wrong. Delay is not denial. Often the universe is simply preparing you, shaping you into the version of yourself that can hold and sustain what you've asked for. If you received everything you desired the moment you wanted it, you might not be ready to handle it. The waiting period is not punishment, it's preparation. It's where your strength, faith, and wisdom are refined. Think of a seed planted in the soil. For weeks, it appears as though nothing is happening, yet beneath the surface, life is bursting forth. Roots are forming, reaching deep into the earth, gathering nourishment and stability. Only when the foundation is strong does the seed break through the surface. Your manifestations work the same way. You may not see evidence yet, but something powerful is taking place behind the scenes. Divine timing is nurturing your dreams in invisible ways, ensuring that when they bloom, they last. Trusting divine timing requires patience. And patience is an act of faith. It means believing that the universe knows what it's doing, even when your logical mind can't see the path. You must let go of the illusion that you can rush or force what is meant to unfold naturally. What you chase will always run from you, but what you align with will flow toward you effortlessly. When you surrender control, you open yourself to receive. When you stop worrying about how or when, you create space for miracles to occur. Every time you feel frustrated by the delay, remind yourself that divine timing is never wrong. Every closed door, every unanswered prayer, every detour is leading you towards something better. Sometimes what you think is a setback is actually a setup for a breakthrough. The universe is rearranging circumstances, people, and opportunities to match your vibration. It takes time for energy to organize itself into form. But the moment you trust the process, the waiting becomes peaceful instead of painful. To live in trust means to find joy in the present moment. Instead of obsessing about the future, appreciate where you are now. Look around and see how far you've come. How many prayers have already been answered? Gratitude speeds up divine timing because it signals that you are ready to receive more. The more you relax into the flow of life, the more easily abundance can reach you. When you are tense and impatient, you block the very blessings that are trying to find you. You can begin to affirm, everything is happening for my highest good. I trust the timing of my life. I am exactly where I'm meant to be. Feel those words, breathe them into your heart. Each time you do, your energy shifts from fear to faith. You stop living from desperation and start living from divine confidence. There will come a moment when everything aligns, when what you have been waiting for arrives with such ease that you will understand why it couldn't have come any sooner. Every moment of waiting will make sense. Every unanswered question will find its reason. Until that moment, your only task is to keep your faith steady, your heart open, and your energy clear. The universe has perfect timing, and it never fails those who trust.